Hey guys, Mike with Chassis Parts Online again. Today we're standing in this little bitty pitiful shipping area. If you remember my videos from the old shop, you remember I had a big shipping room, 16 by 10 with a huge table, 4 by 8 table that I cut down to 3 by 6. Anyways, this is all I got right now. This little bitty small table. This is left over this is my first shipping table from when I sold stuff on Etsy. Turned out to be way too small. Anyways, I've got it here in the shop, in the corner of the shop. I'm gonna do a shop tour. My shop's a mess, but I'll do a shop tour at some point. Anyways, this thing's over here in the corner. This is what we're dealing with right now until we close the awning at the back and build our new shipping room. Anyways, got a new product for you guys. If you've seen the number 703 rear arm lowers that have the bushing at the back of the arm, this is the frame mount for those. Okay, this is just generic cut to fit type frame mount. I made it with all this extra meat on here so you can cut it to fit however you want. It's most likely you're going to be cutting it way up here real close, right over this, to fit under your frame. Yeah, that's the mount. Okay, it's got braces on the inside. This tabs together behind that so that I can weld it together easy. It comes with cam bolts and washers. That goes in there. Bolt goes through the middle of that. Anyways, all the way through, and you can rotate that one way or the other. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. But you rotate it one way or the other, and that moves your bushing in or out on the rear of that. Now that's going to be way more adjustment than you're going to need on that rear arm, but some guys it may help you with your alignment issues. These are the same bolts and nuts and washers that fit our upper arm mount on the crossmember, narrow crossmember. Except on the crossmember they got these on all four of them. This is only on the one side because you can't put a nut inside, captured inside there on both sides. You would be able to tighten the nut. So, this needs another pair of washers. Needs another pair of these washers right here. The 9/16 stainless washers. These will ride against that. Of course, this is stainless too, but it's laser cut. That'll ride against there. Keep from scratching all that up. If it does scratch any of that up, you know it's not going to rust if you have it painted. So, or you can leave them stainless. Anyways, this is a new mount. As I get frames over here on the frame table, I'll make year-specific mounts for those frames for these, and these will be available with those arms. Okay, I guess that's it. Other than this is all the stuff for a lower control arm set. As you may remember, I started boxing it this way so people know how much easier it is to put together, because all the stuff is where it goes. This is where it'll be on the truck. Okay, the cam washer, the big washer that the bushing rides on, the bushings, inner sleeve in there, the outer cam washer, the washer that rides on that, and lock nuts. And as you see, all this is grade A. It's got regular flange lock nuts, all steel lock nuts for the lower. Pretty good heavy duty stuff. This is for the strut on that version arm. This is the 701 arms. This is for the rear arm mount. These are the spacers for the ball joint, and these are the ball joints. I've got a new supplier on these ball joints that's going to start making those with the grease fitting in the bottom. I don't know that you're going to need the grease fitting, but if you have it, or if you run bags, you're probably better off with the grease fitting, because you can grease it every time you change your oil. That way you have plenty of grease in there. But those are non-greasable. But those have a thing inside there that moves the grease around on the ball joint, on the little ball inside. to move all the grease around. And ones that are sealed have a different type of setup than ones with a grease filling. Anyways, that's all for now. Peace.